Tell me a bit about why should gamification be a part of brand strategy, and what is the main gain for the companies of this approach?
It's a very good question. It depends on the object, the main focus of a certain company, but to answer it briefly, shortly, gamification works because we all are gamers, because we as humans want to have fun and want to participate in fun activities. We like to play, and there is a lot of gamers already existing. It is a vast pool of users that we can target, and at the same time they can be very loyal to the brand once you gain their trust. It is super important to remember that gamification builds brand recognition, it builds engagement, and at the end of the road it builds monetization and increases monetization, so who doesn't want it?
So why and what does make gamification a great tool for brand visibility and recognition? What are the key elements?
So the key elements are what makes gamification appealing towards users in the first place. Brands will use via the gamification tools such as creating competition, creating sense of progression, and also, most importantly, creating a community. A community around or by gamifying some of its services and products, but the community that they're going to create around their brand and around the product is the most important part.
Sounds cool. So, okay, now we're talking about like general stuff, but you already have had an opportunity to work with Balcia and with Balcia game. Maybe you can tell more about how it went and what are the key highlights that you would like to mention regarding the cooperation in this context.
Definitely, yes, because we have a lot of experience when it comes to gaming, gamifying and metaverses, and working with Balcia was an amazing experience, one of a kind, since Balcia already has a very good foundation to be gamified, to enter the gaming world, because not only gamified in aspects of gamifying the services, but entering the gaming sphere. The Fortnite, for example, that we've ingrained or positioned Balcia in. Since Balcia is a cool brand, like you're already doing cool things and you look cool, you are cool, you behave cool, you're different than the other brands, especially in the insurance sphere. So it was a great experience working with you, yeah.
The next question is more about like, okay, here it is, it's our experience, Balcia experience, but maybe you have something you want to share regarding what other companies can learn from our experience, from Balcia game development, etc., etc.
One thing that I would highlight is understanding the community and its needs. Since most brands, or definitely some, they only guide themselves into the gaming world by their needs and their values, entirely disregarding values and, well, the experience of the player and already existing community that essentially we want to become part of. That's what Balcia did very well, and what Balcia is open to, getting feedback and hearing and basically interacting with community and being open to their values and to tailoring the product, which at the end the product it is, the gamified metaverse experience, to tailoring towards the player, and it worked very well, and I think this is the most crucial, most important part that other brands could pick up on.
How do you balance that making brands not only fun and engaging, etc., in this like gaming world, but also drive these business goals? How can we find this balance between fun and engagement and the business goals?
Mm-hmm. It's a very good question, and I will elaborate on that a little bit. Since it is super easy to jump on the gamification hype train and to overdo it, to overdo gamification. Mm-hmm. And it leads to our product or our service being over gamified and our clients and target group focusing solely on the gamification aspect of it. In the Balcia project, we created a metaverse inside of Fortnite, so it is a game to begin with, and we of course direct those players towards Discord, towards the Balcia app. We got the phone in the game. It is a whole nother story, but I wanted to touch upon overdoing it, and we know examples of brands that, for example, introduce a gamification aspect to their service. It could be referring a friend, right? Not only the streaks, but getting more customers, or for example, sending the money in order to get a certain type of reward. It could be overdone so that the service and the product actually loses its value, mm-hmm. the interest to the customer, and the customer is only focused on the gamification aspect and getting the rewards prepared by the brand. And also, we can underdo the gamification and just not take the advantage of, well, increasing the engagement of our target group of our clients. So what is crucial to remember is to guide ourselves through what we call the depth of simplicity. So we utilize simple mechanisms or mechanics that are known from the game development world, such as the progression, competition, and community that we've talked about, and implementing them in a way that it does not interfere with the main product or service. And one of ways of doing that is actually to create this gamified experience outside of the service itself, right? As we did that, as we have done it, by utilizing already existing environment, ecosystem of Fortnite, and also already existing community that is built around Fortnite, and just directing them in the right places, right?
Okay, moving forward, maybe you have some like tips and tricks, or maybe some trends or new technologies in mind that you want to share regarding like what's happening in gamification.
The gaming industry as a whole is constantly evolving, and new engines, for example, are being developed and popping up right now. Of course, we are focused on UNFN, which is the Fortnite Unreal Engine, and it is the main focus of our attention. But the introduction of and the development of AI tools and technologies are already big, but are going to get bigger inside of the gaming sphere and the gaming ecosystem, and are going to be merged with the game development projects and metaverse projects. And definitely that's what brands should keep their eye on. So not only the metaverse, but also merging it with the constantly evolving AI technology. I think that's going to be the next big thing.
Okay. So maybe like moving forward with this AI technology or some other aspects, if we are looking into the future, what will be the next big thing that brands will use in the future, and how will this gaming industry evolve and how brands will use it?
I think the game or gaming platforms that allow you to create and introduce to your customers the metaverse experience are going to get even bigger. Because right now we are only entering that era. Right now, not many brands actually are willing to step into the metaverse, to the gaming metaverse, the gaming world. And platforms, because we need to call them that, Roblox and Fortnite, there are platforms that you can create your own metaverse and gaming experiences on. And well, judging by just the investments made by the biggest players on the market, such as Disney, for example, or Nike and all the major companies, they're putting big money and big effort into Fortnite, for example, because that's what I had in mind talking about it. So I think it is going to get much, much bigger. And also, the trend that I've touched upon, building on your question in regards to how the cooperation with Balcia went, it is a very rare occurrence, opportunity for a brand to adapt its way of communication, tailor that towards the gamer, towards the receiving end. And I think it is going to get more popular, more important, going into the metaverse gaming campaigns in the future. It is going to be the trend, because what is going to happen? There is going to be much more, well, interest in the metaverse and gaming ecosystem, and there is going to be more competition for the user's attention, as always. And only the best projects are going to win, because now, if you create a project, it creates a lot of buzz, right? Marketing buzz, and actually players are interested, and they will get into the game most often. Of course, the game needs to be good in the first place, right? But basically, it creates a lot of marketing buzz if you step into the metaverse. But in the coming years, when more brands are going to hop into the hype train, then also the game being good and the message being adapted and the service, etc., it is going to be of a more and more value. But Balcia already did that, so on a very good way.
Yeah. Okay. So it means that actually the creative part, the solution part will be with the biggest role there, so that it succeeds.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. But if you had a chance to gamify any daily task, anything you can do, which one of it would be?
Okay, so my first answer would be, on the top of my head, brushing my teeth. But the second thought, I thought that, well, it already has been done, because we got those toothbrushes that vibrate after 2 minutes, and sometimes they will even play music, which is those toothbrushes for kids, right? So it already has been gamified. But I would gamify definitely washing my hair, because I like my long hair. But sometimes it is a full-time job to maintain it. So
I know what you're talking about.
So that's what I would do. I would gamify washing my hair.
Okay. Yeah, me too, definitely.
Yeah.
Now a bit about you yourself.
Okay.
What's your all-time favorite game?
All-time favorite game. Okay, it has to be the game that I have a love-hate relationship with. And it is League of Legends.
Okay.
League of Legends. Riot Games, League of Legends. It is my favorite game. I spent the most time playing it from the very young years, from the age of 12, I believe. I first started playing League, and it was created when I was 9 or 10, I think. So, the very, very early years of that game, and I still sometimes play the game. So yeah, it's a love-hate relationship that lasted years. So yeah, it has to be my favorite game. I mean, it has to be if I'm still playing.
Yeah. Is there a bit of sentiment there?
Definitely, of course. And the most vivid memories that I have with this game, and probably many of you can relate, are from the earlier days. I'm from the first years of me playing this game. Those are my most vivid memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question. How would you describe the future of gamification or gaming in one word? Like, just one.
Just one word.
Yeah.
The future of gamification. I think it has to be community.
I think that we truly see that community is the backbone of the gaming and all of the what's happening there, because they are the drivers of the gaming industry, I think. If no one would play, then what will happen?
I mean, we create those games and experiences for someone to have fun and enjoy. So,
yeah. Amazing. Thank you.
Very rewarding. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.